What's up, everybody? Germany is out of Bitcoin. Yes, guys, you heard that correctly. I actually think it's going to be on this live stream. They should be completely out of Bitcoin and have not been able to actually break Bitcoin's price action. Every time we got a little bit of a jump, Bitcoin was being sold off by the German government. So we got to talk about this, guys. Lots of analysts coming out now and talking about the charts as Germany has sold off almost completely all of their Bitcoin. And in fact, we're going to be pulling up Arkham Intelligence in this live stream and probably watch Germany just panic sell, I guess, their last, did it just go live here? Their last $5,000 in Bitcoin. They're going to angrily sell their last $5,000 of Bitcoin live here today, guys. Look at the charts here, guys. We have an imbalance, incredibly bullish, at $59,700. We still have the one at $54,800. So worst case scenario, guys, I do think we could come down and see this actually get filled, but we're going to be talking about the liquidations and where price can move next and what's the worst and best case outcome, of course, of all of this news today. Now, I've been wanting to watch this imbalance get filled since we first created it a few days back, but unfortunately, we haven't gotten that price action back to that downside, and now we've been creating new imbalances. As you can see, we create a new one, and every time, guys, chat, if you guys are new, when we create these imbalances, they tend to get filled. Imbalance, get filled. Imbalance comes up, we create one. I expect that to get filled at some point in time. So again, we have the one below us. Which I do not like to see, but this could mean we might see somewhat of a double bottom or of a triple bottom on this price action. So let's get into the charts. Let's get into the news. Let's talk about what's going on because this is very important. Jay Selton, what's up, man? Mozart, welcome in. Josh, Arnie M, I think is how I said that right. Mads Ant, welcome in, guys. User, welcome, guys. The silence is deafening, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and undeafen that stream for you guys here. Looking at our liquidations first, okay? What's the coin glass? Let's go back. Here we go. On the daily, okay? On the daily, it is now more bullish than bearish. We could come down to $56,700. This is what's crazy, okay? This is kind of crazy because when we look at this imbalance here at $54,800, there's really not a lot of liquidity down there, right? That would literally eat up all of the liquidity. So, interesting take to see that imbalance was created. Can it get filled? Yes. Is it going to happen in the next day? Maybe not, but let's check out the daily. And the daily is bearish, guys. So, or the 7-day here, right? So the 7-day more bearish than bullish at this given time. So right now, 54,800 has some imbalances here for us. We have liquidity starting to build up above us at 65,000. Of course, there's a lot now above us at that 60K zone. And when you zoom out to the 30-day, okay, the 30-day is what's incredibly bullish. The 30-day is showing us that there is over $8 billion in short positions that would be wiped out simply if Bitcoin went to 65K. There's probably roughly 14 billion if we were to go to 70. But of course, guys, you don't just go straight up and wipe out positions. As we approach higher, more positions are going to open up. So this is just more of a scale. When the green side is higher, okay, that is bullish. When the red side is low, when the red side is higher, this would have been bearish, okay? We did not get that on the 30-day. We have the green up. So this is definitely bullish in terms of liquidations. Of course, if we pull up the heat map, this can give us a better understanding of what those price levels are on a better time frame. You can see here in the last 24 hours, guys, we have massive liquidations opening up now all the way above $59,000, above 58K. And of course, we have one little zone below us around that $56,800 level. That is on the 12-hour. If you want to know what's going to happen in the next, 12 hours, right? Next 12 hours, yeah, look at that. Liquidations are all above us. That's incredibly bullish. Let's go to the 3-day. Is it going to be above us or below us? Okay, 3-day, we might grab this 56,000. Okay, so this is now zooming out. So remember, daily is bullish, 7 days is bearish. So on that 7-day time frame, you're looking at probably somewhat of a liquidity grab here around 56,700, maybe even 56K. That is very, very, it's a pretty big possibility here. And zooming out to the weekly, we can get a better understanding. Yeah, it's going to be that range here. So to break down to 51,500, that number everybody's been talking about, a lot of technical analysts out there are saying that we're going to come back all the way down to this range, right? They were telling us, they're telling you, chat, they're like, yeah, 51,500 in the cards. If you were so lucky, okay, I think if we were to come down to 51,500 or this range, that would be like that, you're lucky. We're talking oversold on the RSI again, right? We're talking, you know, that is probably a 40-50% pullback on altcoins. That is that is the time to accumulate. But I would say that is a 20% chance. I am going to come out and say that's like maybe not even that, maybe 10 to 20% chance. Because when you look at the liquidations, guys, there's not a lot below us down at that range. So I don't know if we'll go down there, but going out to the monthly here, and monthly is going to be bullish. So we're going to go from 7 days to 30 days. And there you go, right? So we have that little bit of liquidity below us. We have all the liquidity above us. And even now all the way up towards $70,000, right? $70,000 here, chat. So give me your price predictions, guys. I see everybody chatting it up. We have over 350 people watching right now, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Share this stream with a friend. We're going to be covering all the crypto news for you guys, talking about some of the biggest things coming up for, of course, our favorite projects. And even we got some more Twitter beef out here today, guys. I'm loving the Twitter beef. Okay, type 1 in chat if you like it. Type 2 if you don't. Look, I'm somebody that I'm in content creation every single day in and day out. It's the same thing. Liquidations in, liquidations out. News in, news out. I like getting my hands dirty sometimes. It's been fun, right? Gets a little bit of adrenaline on my end of things. Makes it funny for good comebacks. And I just like rattling like middle-aged men that are just cowards. It's a fun task for me. So we got a little bit of that coming out here today. But we, of course, got Tricano telling someone that he lost his bet. Ooh, can you define liquidations, please? Yeah, so liquidations are the possibility of longs or short being liquidated. So bears or bulls being liquidated. So it is essentially, for you guys that don't know, okay, a short is somebody that is betting on the market to go down. So a bear, right? When somebody says you should short the market, that means they're betting on the Bitcoin price to go down. If they're betting on the Bitcoin price to go up, they're betting on a long. They're placing a long. Now, what liquidations are as all these longs stack up on the market, as these shorts and longs, there's a bunch of them, guys. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of these things, right? As they all stack up on the markets, you can see it outweighted here. We're looking in real time at how many longs and shorts are on a market in a given time, okay? So what we're seeing here is the yellow line, if you guys need to know what this is, the yellow line, the brighter the color, the more amount of the more liquidations that occur there. So if the price is above us, right, what is that going to liquidate? If people are betting for prices to go up or down, what's going to go happen if the price goes up to the people that are betting for prices to go down? Okay? That's the question you got to ask yourselves. And the answer is, guys, it's going to wreck the bears. This causes short squeezes. Now, it's vice versa too, right? So if there's liquidation levels below us, as you can see, if the price goes down, but some people are betting prices are going to go up, those positions would be liquidated. All right. So essentially, it is either the bulls or bears losing their bets. They're placing a bet, and once it hits a certain price, that position gets voided, it gets liquidated, and it goes to the person that was betting on prices going up instead of down. That is how that works on a basic level for you. So there you go. There you go. Moving on here, German government is running out of Bitcoin to sell with only 282 million Bitcoin remaining. This was over 3 hours ago. Okay. This was over 3 hours ago. So let's go to Arkham Intelligence here. I was trying to find somebody that was selling off some dude. I was like, who is this man? But the whale is gone. The whale is gone. We got him. We got him, chat. We got him. Launch platform. Okay. If you guys haven't used Arkham Intelligence, this is really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead and type in German government, BKA. Check this out. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It is just a cliff, guys. It is a cliff. We're looking in real time at the German government. Now, it looks like they actually bought more Bitcoin. Yeah, they bought Bitcoin. This is... What? Okay, so outflow should have been... This should be inflow. So German government. Yeah, so they bought more. So they sold off most of it, and then they just bought back 200 million. Or not 200 million. Roughly another $100 million worth. So let me go back to the chart here. Right? So they were down to, they only had 282 remaining in cold storage. And actually, sorry, they might just have that on exchanges. So the sell-off might be coming. Let's go back over to here. Let's go back to here. Let's go to German government. We're going to pull it up. Boom, boom. Okay, so yeah, so this claims 282 remaining was in cold storage. We could see now that they are down to a total value of 413 million. And it looks like the German government, this is their wallet. They sent some more to it, but they did deposit 400 on Kraken and Coinbase, 400 Bitcoin. They've been just going off, they've been going off with their selling, guys. I mean, it's 4 hours. This is 44 minutes ago. So we might watch them sell off the rest of their Bitcoin. That is insane. That is insane. Can we get some W's in the chat? Chat, I want you guys to break it. You're a middle-aged man. I'm 26. Don't. I'm not a middle-aged man. I'm not a middle-aged man. And there's nothing wrong with middle-aged men, guys. There's not. There's wrong. I'm talking about there's middle-aged cowards. There's 25-year-old cowards. There's 70-year-old cowards. There's cowards at all ages. I didn't mean that as an offensive way to anybody in the chat that's middle-aged. I love and appreciate all you guys. I'm not saying that. That was not an offensive in terms of that information. Dude, you got to be precise. You are looking at outflows and inflows, not sales and buys here. I'm looking at just total amount of Bitcoin they have left available to sell, which has gone up. It's down, but it's gone up. It was at 298 million. But this is still W's, dude. This is still W's. I mean, again, 400 million, 200 million, there's not like this will be absorbed by the market, brother. It will be absorbed. It's been absorbed, right? Do you think we're still going to pass all-time highs? I think it's very, very probable. Yes. Buy high, sell low works every time. Yes, that's the way of the retail. Bitcoin ETFs killed the bull run. I would argue they sparked it. I mean, the ETFs are what allowed us to go from 45,000 or 40,000 to 72K. But yes, there is more expected of you when you're middle-aged. That's a good point, Senza. But I don't necessarily find that to be like completely true. I think there's a very, very big expectation of all ages. I mean, like, but I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. But yeah, I did not mean that in a derogatory way. They just received some money back. They're going to sell. Yeah, they're going to sell everything. I think they're going to sell off that probably over the next day. They'll be out probably by tomorrow. I thought, well, again, we had the breaking news here. 282 million. They're back up to about 400 million. But they are selling off. They are selling off, and they're almost out. And we've absorbed the entire market here. We've watched it all. Man, I wish you'd fight someone in karate combat. Guys, should I fight someone in karate combat? I don't have the time. I don't have the time. None of these people on Twitter can pull the audience and get us paid enough to even fight is the problem, right? Can't take off that. That's months and months of training. Germany can only sell the seized Bitcoin once. At the rate they're going, they'll be raid selling their last 5K of Bitcoin today. This is the time around Bitcoin ETF buyers were buying up this stream of sells too. Welcome to the party, guys. Again, so back to Adam Back here. 583,000 followers here. He's a cypherpunk and a cryptographer, PhD in comp science here, co-founder and CEO of Blockstream. He's even like, yeah, guys, we're eating this up. We're eating this up, right? I feel you. I'm German as well. Damn, man. Yeah, I got one of the people that work for me lives in Germany, and he's just like, dude, I don't know what they're doing. Long run ETF will make crypto as vulnerable as stock, so get out now and long as you can. Wait, so get it now and long as you can. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I agree. We're already in the stock era, right? BlackRock is taking over, chat. Like BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, these aren't your friends. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, these aren't your friends, right? They're not coming to crypto to change. They're coming to, they're going to take advantage of it and make their money. What I'm watching, this is coming from Dr. Jeff Ross here on Twitter. Of course, the CEO and founder of Vailshire Capital Management Group. One of my favorite long-term charts here, okay? Bitcoin priced in gold. Clearly to me, the price of Bitcoin climbed too fast prior to April 19, 2024 halving, primarily because of spot Bitcoin ETF approval hype. The price is now consolidating and RSI and MACD indicators are getting reset. This is healthy behavior. Historically, the period of time between the yellow and red vertical bars is where the greatest gains are in percentage terms are made. So where are we? In history, let me read this one more time for you, chat. Historically, okay, chat? Historically, the period of the time between the yellow and red vertical bars, yellow and red, and not the green here. You got to look at the yellow and red. I'm going to mark them for you guys. So boom, okay, boom, yellow, and wherever the next red one, yellow, right? Yellow, and red. Okay, so historically, the period of time between the yellow and red vertical bars is where the greatest gains are made, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. So right now, we're entering the yellow phase. Historically, this is where you get your parabolic rally. Historically, this is where you get your parabolic rally. All throughout history, right? This market's turning out to be pretty, it tends to rhyme with the rest of the crypto cycles that were to exist. Now, what we're looking at, of course, is the RSI. There's going to be less volatility over time. Eventually, crypto is going to have way less volatility with the RSI because it's going to be a larger market cap. It's going to become more adopted, et cetera, yada, 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 right? Yada, yada, yada. So right now, RSI is touching a major moving average, it looks like. It's actually maybe breaking below just a little bit. But again, every time we see this yellow line, you get that bull run. Yellow to red. So right now, we just entered that yellow. I don't know. Interesting chart here. I like to see this. And this is honestly someone that's in charge of millions and millions, if not billions of dollars in assets. So I would say, yeah, there's a lot of value to that. Mr. 100 also grabbed 700 more Bitcoin German dumps over the last 48 hours. So one of the top Bitcoin whales guys who buys just literally so much Bitcoin. While retail's been panicking, he has been buying $100 and 100 Bitcoin. Sorry, $5.8 million worth of Bitcoin day in and day out. Day in and day out. The last 3 days, he's added 700 more Bitcoin to his wallet. Whales are buying. Whales are buying. Josh, stay focused. These people are trying to pull your attention in multiple directions, and they see you starting to succeed. The Twitter beef is funny, but when it gets acceptance, time well spent. No, I'll probably stop Gary the Lizard after, like, this will probably be the last week. One, I just had to, like, for the one individual, it was just like I had to set precedent. I had to be like, look, you're a nobody, right? The other ones are literally just for fun. So it won't be, I won't be doing that forever at all whatsoever. It's just been like 90 days of downside. So why not have a little bit of fun? It hasn't even altered my content, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed. I still put out just as many threads, just as many videos, just as many streams, and we still just having a kick-ass time together. So I appreciate it though, man. I respect you, Gary. And I love the fact that you ended up staying here as a full-time, member of the stream and everything after everything. Like, much respect to you. Seriously, I love everybody in this chat. We're growing. Shout out to our chat, guys. Can we just get put W in the chat for all the community members? You guys are absolutely the greatest people out here. Why are you in frames? Your transmission isn't fluent. The volume on all the strangers is still so low, and all cryptocurrency changes have started at exchanges. I'm sorry, I'm reading it right now. Exchanges have just started advertising again. If you don't have a position, get one fast. Oh, dude, that is a great point. Okay, great point to. Let me go to the App Store, right? Great point here from in chat. If you guys, can I access the App Store on here? No, because I'm probably on. I should be able to still just search, right? I wanted to search apps. Let me go to App Store. Let me go try this one. Either way, I can go to Google Play, I think, on here. I could just install it. This is ridiculous. Either way, okay? When you guys start to see on your App Store, on your Google Play, all right, when you start to see on Apple Store, on Google Play, your exchange listing, your exchange tokens, so CoinW is one. Shout out to CoinW, but Crypto.com, Coinbase, when those apps, Robinhood, they start trending as #1, just so you guys know, put a great point out. When that happens, that tends to mean retail is FOMOing into the market, right? Retail is downloading those apps, not institutions. So they advertise, they start running marketing campaigns. And that, guys, the reality is you guys get mad at shills, okay? Look, I'm one of the most open, transparent, honest people in this entire industry. And look, there's a lot of shills out there that undisclosed advertisements. Every project they probably talk about, they're buying before they talk, whatever they do. You guys know these people, right? Those people, unfortunately, are the ones that these institutions are paying, and they're going to market your tokens in your bull run, right? People are only mad at shills in a bear market. They're grateful for shills in a bull run. They want people to just keep talking about the projects over and over and over again. And to Aha's point there, that is exactly what is happening. So exchanges, guys, they invest into marketing. Marketing rolls over into things like CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance. CoinMarketCap then reaches out to projects to get listed on there because they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of foot traffic every single day. They also have KOL management groups where they then outreach money to promote, things that are listed either on Binance or promote things that are listed on CoinW, or not CoinW, but CoinMarketCap. It's this revolving door of marketing that is going to spark a rally. So as soon as you see on your App Store, guys, your favorite, exchanges starting to pump, that is definitely a clear sign of saying, wow, we are in this bull market. We are in it. That is when you know you're in it. All right, going on here. Lark Davis, Bitcoin is up 356% since cycle's low. The price performance of Bitcoin is identical to the last two cycles, down 351% between 351% and 361% at this point. Looks like we're right on track to the previous two cycles. Isn't that sometimes data, guys? Sometimes analytics are scary similar. You know what I mean? There's a lot of similarities in all of these cycles and just the psychology of the market. It's really cool to see play out on data points. Top 15 publicly traded companies by Bitcoin holdings: MicroStrategy, Marathon Digital, which has the largest Bitcoin layer 2 launching, Galaxy Digital, Tesla, Coinbase, Hut Mining, Okay. Riot Platforms, Block, CleanSpark, Hive Digital, Exodus Movement. Interesting. Cypher Mining, Nexon, Bit Digital, and Metu, which I don't even know what that is. We got a lot of corporations, guys, holding Bitcoin. Remember when it was just one? I think there's going to be hundreds, and I think Bitcoin's going to be added to every single Bitcoin or like company balance sheet. These companies possess approximately 324,000 Bitcoin, or roughly 1.6% of all existing Bitcoin. And most of that is held by MicroStrategy. I mean, look at the difference, guys. MicroStrategy chat, Michael Saylor is probably going to become one of the richest people in the world one day. Or he's going to go down in history as one of the greatest investors. People, look, does he have a cult-like mentality with just being Bitcoin only? I think he's definitely going in altcoins finally, but he has every right to be. The dude has 226,000 Bitcoin. 226,000. There's not even a close competitor. 226,000 Bitcoin. And then Marathon Digital has 17,000. Like the drop off between MicroStrategy and the next traded company that's publicly traded. Yeah, there's like, that's insane. That's insanity. Odds of Fed rate cut by September 2024 skyrocket, of course, by 83%. We covered that this morning. Exactly 1 year ago, the Fed stopped raising these interest rates. We've been seeing a downside pressure on the inflation. It's not disinflation. It's not deflation. It's disinflation. And so we are down, still over 3% month over month. We're expected to hit 2.9, 2.8 by next month. And that would give us a clear indication that the Feds will start reducing interest rates as of September here. What else we got in the chat here? Bitcoin hour chart looks scary. Daily looks good. We are tipping point. So let's go to the daily chart right here. Yeah, so I would say I agree with you because on the daily, right, on the 3 days to the 7 days, I don't necessarily think we'll go up before we get like one more, maybe one more drop to 55 or something. I could be wrong, right? But that's coming off signals here because we have this imbalance below us, right? We have this massive imbalance below us. And then we have the one above us. So it is bullish that we have the one above us. I do expect us to break to that upside. But on the daily here, let me go to again, on your hourly, let's go to 4 hour. What's 4 hour look like? Still plenty of upside. But yeah, I think we can easily get one more little pullback, liquidate some of those pitches, and just maybe fill that imbalance before we go higher. However, again, this isn't 100% of the time, chat. This doesn't happen 100% of the time. It's a very high probability. I'd say it's like 85, 90% of the time these imbalances get filled. But I have seen throughout history, if you zoom out, go to the weekly and like go down to 30K, there's imbalances at 25K. There's imbalances at 30K. They don't always have to get filled, but they just tend to be really, really strong magnets. So, price does like to attract to them. Next up here, we, of course, have MSNBC coming out. Breaking: Biden's campaign quietly assessing the viability of Kamala Harris's candidacy against Trump. She's not going to make anything. I don't think Kamala Harris has a chance at all at presidency. She'd be like the worst president to ever go down in history. But Trump responded with this funny clip, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because this made me laugh. I don't know if you guys know George Clooney too much or what's going on, but this is a funny clip.
So although I wish I were here with better news, the fact is that you and I are sitting here today because this will be your last week of employment. This is not an assessment of your productivity. You gotta try not to take this personally.
Well, I just had a bad night.
Well, I just had a bad night. That was a savage response to that thread with Kamala Harris here, guys. That was savage. Yeah, George Clooney, if you guys don't know, raised $30 million for the Biden campaign from his followers, from his fans. And that $30 million is essentially wasted because, it's very clear that, you guys, CNN is bashing on Biden. Like, it's just like, you guys, you're lying to yourself. Biden doesn't have this, cognitive decline. And, even CNN is talking about that every single day. So it's crazy to see George Clooney come out. It's just funny. It's like they wasted that $30 million. That is wild to me. New narrative: influencer meme coins and JJ Duke and Sage leading the way. I wouldn't say it's a new narrative. Do not fall for that, guys. Joshua Bennett, dude, mad respect to you. I'm not shitting on your thought behind that and hearing that, right? You're hearing it a lot on Twitter, people saying influencer tokens are going to be the next narrative. Maybe they are, but 99.99% of them are just going to go to zero. We're building a ton. We have sustainability. We have good growth. We have decent volume. We have, no KOLs, no insiders, no nothing. But we're building our community is doing something that is really no other project is doing so. Sage had a very successful launch, but I don't think other influencers can copy Sage. I don't. I think he's a very special. the one thing I got to give that guy credit is, dude, his marketing was intense. So like, I would be very cautious I think most influencer tokens are going to end up like celebrity tokens. And again, guys, I don't allocate more than 3% of my portfolio to meme coins ever. So just have that risk management. But I love the energy, man, and shout out to Duke, baby. Congrats, Team Paxos, coming from Jeremy Allaire. Regulatory clarity that payment stablecoins are payment money and not securities is prevailing all around the world. The SEC, can we get FU? Type FU, 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 FU in the chat. FU, okay? Back and forth. Just FU, FU to the SEC. They lost again. They are wasting taxpayer dollars, okay? Our money, your money, everybody in this chat, they're wasting your money if you're a U.S. citizen and losing lawsuit after lawsuit, and all they're doing is hurting us. All they're doing is hurting investors. On Tuesday, we received a formal termination notice from the SEC stating that it will not recommend enforcement action against Paxos Trust Company in the investigation of Binance BUSD. You remember when they did this? I think this was a political football by the United States and Coinbase to push BUSD out of the United States and lock up CZ here and get some form of victory, because I called this. I told you guys this. I wasn't actually even on this channel yet. I made so many videos on this that this was a power play. This is why I was bearish on BNB, because it was a political move by the U.S. government to establish something that would be U.S. based to be the stable coin of the United States. And now it is BlackRock. BlackRock, check this out, guys. BlackRock ended up swooping in USDXX. You know who manages Circle USDC, right? They manage it. They manage all of the funds for, of course, Circle, the Circle Reserve Fund. So they make money off every transaction that happens with stablecoins in the market. They're going to make billions upon billions of dollars because of ETFs. They own all the infrastructure. This is how I'm trying to think with Duke, right? You guys realize I'm building all these infrastructure plays. I don't need money off Duke, right? We're building products that benefit off growth out of the ecosystem. That is what BlackRock's doing. They're investing into the Bitcoin miners. I broke there. They're investing into the Bitcoin miners. They're investing into the infrastructure. They're investing into the stable coins. They're investing into the energy grids. They're investing into everything that's going to have any effect or positive impact from crypto. It is outrageous to see that. That is incredibly bullish here. That is incredibly bullish. I see all FU, FU, FU. That's rude, man. Why are you guys telling me to fuck off? Dang, dude. Why are you guys cussing at me like that? It's not chill, man. Josh's second crypto favorite is FOMO here. $5 super chat from Ethan. Yo, Ethan. My goodness, man. He never ends with it. But Ethan, I love and appreciate you, man. The moment Biden backs out of the presidential election, wonder if we see a pump in the market. That'd be interesting. I think it'd bring uncertainty, to be honest, because there's a lot of people out there that just really are brain dead. Joshua, brother, and not in the. Let me take that back. That was rude. I think a lot of people out there, and I'm talking millions of Americans, are misconstrued because the information they receive off Facebook or Instagram or CNN, their information is very miscalculated. That doesn't just go for Democrats, okay? That doesn't just go for blue. That also goes for the red side and Republicans. There's a lot of conservatives out there that and guys, when I say this, like, this is like cabinet, this is large donors to like Ron DeSantis's campaign. I was talking to individuals that are investing, that were investing tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands. It's very, very rich individuals that are highly politically connected. They're calling for like mass deportation. Mass deportation is probably the dumbest economic perspective you can ever have on anything. There's no logistical, there's nothing about it makes sense. All these people like that are like Boebert and everybody that are like, we needed to deport all of them. Okay, well, who's going to deport them? Okay, and that's only one side of the solution. So let's say you get the national security, the National Guard and the police force to deport everybody, right? Great. Well, our borders are wide fucking open. So what's going to stop them from coming back? Well, now you just wasted what would be tens of billions of dollars in taxpayer funds. It would collapse a lot of the local education systems. It would probably cause a mass recession because unfortunately, guys, a lot of illegals are working in your construction. There would be a huge cost and explosion in the real estate market and construction market. It would have such a negative economic impact. It makes no sense. Okay, it makes absolutely zero sense. Plus, our birth rates, guys, in America are like at 1.3. If we don't have immigration, we would have a declining population. And that is a whole nother issue economically. So immigration is it's actually very much needed. We need better processes. We need better borders. I am on with that. I don't think we need open borders. That's fucking ridiculous. We need to close them. We need better due diligence process. We need money to stop being allocated to, fund foreign wars and everything. We should put more judges on the border. We should increase security. Like, those are things that we should establish, but those aren't what they think about, right? They say the most impactful, powerful statement: deport everybody, to get views and clicks. The SEC, same way. All these three-letter agencies tried to, follow the same political suit. It's just ridiculous. Over the last few days, soft inflation print, Ethereum S1 filing. CFTC says 70 to 80% of crypto assets are non-securities. Goldman launched 3 tokenization products by end of year. JP Morgan bullish on crypto in August, which means it's probably going to pump this month because they don't want people to buy. Trump to speak at Bitcoin Nashville this month. Maybe I'll get to make a picture with him in a TikTok. I get Trump in a TikTok here. And vibes are shifting, guys. Markets are bullish than ever. More like, what is bearish? Can someone in chat give me something that's bearish? Someone give me chat and give me something in chat that's bearish. I sound like Aiden Ross. I don't watch him, so I don't know what that necessarily means. Does he talk about politics? Once the robots are here, there will be a ton of deportations. Yeah, I mean, that's also to say that that's going to come quickly. I think we're going to have automation manufacturing companies, but it's still like, okay, let's say you have mass deportation. Like, what does that do to the kids? Like, there's so many things that falls into this category. I'm talking about people that were birthed after people that, that would be deported. So what's going to happen to their children? What does that mean? Anybody between 18 and older, what's that happen to our adoption facilities, or our, how are we going to take care of those kids? What does that mean for the schools that are, with Americans that are working at these schools that have jobs to provide for these people that do exist here, that have been here for 18, 20, 30 years, etc. What do they do when, you pull all those people, deport them out of the country, and now they have no jobs, right? It's going to just causes mass displacement. It's a impossible task that you have to slowly. This is why I tell everybody, like, one president doesn't matter. Like, if Trump wins, it doesn't matter. Like, it takes multiple parties for decades to fix issues that were created in like 1971. We're like, we have a lot of issues at hand here that it's snowballed. We have a giant it's an avalanche now. It used to be a snowball. Now it's an avalanche. So now the only option is to let the avalanche settle and now move the snow and let it melt afterwards. Like, it's just going to take some time. You know what I'm saying? Legal immigration. Will cheese be served with all the wine in this dump? Maybe get some crackers too. We might be able to afford it with this pump. We have a birth rate issue. I can create a whole nation. I'll help. Dude, Elliot, dude, go make babies, dude. Go make babies far and wide. There's a lot in my industry, but honestly, it's like also it's an economic issue too. So, cost of minimum wage isn't keeping up with the rising cost of utilities and living. So that's going to decentivize, kids, people, especially my age group's going to have very little kids. It's going to decentivize the nature of having kids at 20 to 25 and delay it to 28 to 33, which can cause in 2 decades now manufacturing issues unless robotics keep up with that because of demographics. These things matter. Demographics matter, guys. It's like, check this out. You guys want to see some really cool charts? This really matters. Demographics, it's US. And let's go do an image chart, right? So when you build an economy, right? Let me open this image in this new tab right here. Like, for example, if the United States is, this is the age group. This is age group. So 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40. So there is more 40s and 30-year-olds than there are, of course, 60 and 70-year-olds. Now, the U.S., this is the U.S. population. So it's not necessarily by birth rate, I don't believe. I got to see what this is being pulled from. We are pretty good. You want to see this thick and wide. Because if this is thick and wide, that means, right, as 50-year-olds become 60-year-olds and they retire, 40-year-olds replace the 50-year-olds, 30 replace 40, 20 replaces 30. But the moment you get something like this, demographics, and let's go to Japan. I'm going to show you something that's crazy. This is wild, right? This is wild. Check this out. This is not good, right? This messes up all of your, like, everything. Is there a recent one, 2021? It's not necessarily 2021. Here you go. Check this out. Right? Boom. Let's zoom in. So surplus, female surplus, etc. Right? Oh, 2030. So, this is cool. This is a gift. This is showing you what's going to happen to their population. The Japan population, because of the declining birth rate, is going to minimalize. So what happens when you have more 60-year-olds and 40-year-olds? Well, when the 60-year-olds can't take care of themselves or the 80-year-olds can't take care of themselves, you need more nurses, right? That's going to pull from other jobs. That's going to pull from manufacturing. That's going to pull from farming. That's going to pull from, the military. It's going to pull from other points of the economy. So you don't want to hourglass yourself and, start to diminish. You want healthy organic incentivization for birth rates to, increase. Some people believe who's it? Bill Gates. Bill Gates believes that, the world's overpopulated and it's like bullshit. You have Elon Musk coming out and saying, no, we can populate like another billions upon billions of people and individuals. These also cause economic impacts. So when you have a transition like this, right? So 50, I don't like that it keeps moving. I'm trying to give you guys an example here. So January 2019, right? When this age group, which is way bigger, right? Way bigger than the next 10 years of age, or this group is way bigger than this next 10 of age, this age group that's half the size has to take care and facilitate everything and all the needs for them. This is Japan. This is why Japan's like literally in a massive economic crisis and now trying to incentivize a lot of development. Italy's the same way, right? Italy's now offering $1. You can buy homes for $1. It's Italy. Demographics, right? Demographics matter. So now all these countries, they're scared because they've noticed that there is only 50 to 70-year-olds and their economies are plummeting because by the time the 50-year-olds are 70, they have now half the amount of population to bring economic prosperity, to build new companies, to pour money into their states. Their economy just starts to deflate. It starts to just collapse on itself. So that's why demographics are so important. Josh, do you want to have kids? Of course I want to have kids. Yeah, I want two. Three is kind of crazy. But, is what it is. It just comes at, where I'm at in my life too. It's like I'm getting married in a year, but I'm running multiple different companies and businesses. And it took, like my parents, I think were 21 when they had me. My mom was, but they already had the times are just different. You guys know how it is. Times are different, but I definitely want kids. Breaking Farsight Investors website added spot Ethereum ETF tracker. So this is bullish. Of course, there are so many Ethereum ETF use cases that we can't even fathom it today. Microsoft, the second largest company in the entire world, understands this well. As AI continues to grow and the lines of reality become more blurred, the world will heavily turn on Ethereum. Also, I'm sorry, chat. There's one thing I wanted to tell you. I forgot to mention on this. Okay, I forgot to mention this. Okay, this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. This is also another reason why I'm incredibly bullish on Bitcoin when you're looking at demographics, right? Because while the United States is good, there's only 4 countries that have decent demographics. The United States, not even best. In fact, the best country I think is Mexico, but Mexico is so corrupted. I don't know if they'll be able to dig out of it. But either way, most countries are on look at Mexico. Dude, Mexicans just breed, baby. Breed, baby, breed. They said, hold my chancla. Let me have 10 children. It is crazy. Amazing. And this is amazing. I'm not trashing on this. This is amazing. And Mexico is set up for massive economic prosperity, right? So this factors into economies in the future. So what happens, guys, when you have demographics like, let's go to, is it Korea maybe? Korea might be not that bad. Korea is pretty good. Looks like, oh no, South Korea is not looking too good right here. So what happens when you have a declining population? Well, what happens is your government's going to be forced to, when these people move up, right, and these people get too old, the government is going to be forced to print more money for all these people to take care of the older people, right? That's what they're going to be forced to. Their economy is going to collapse. It's going to struggle, so they're going to have to print money to sustain themselves. So it also factors over into to inflation and debasements of currencies. Demographics are really cool. I actually recommend you read into Peter Zeihan. He's got terrible takes sometimes. If you guys don't know who Peter Zeihan is, his Bitcoin takes are literally the worst takes on the fucking planet, which is unfortunate because I'm not trashing on this guy. I actually think he's highly intelligent. And he's got a very interesting perspective on markets and everything. And you can learn a lot about history. And he's got demographic books. It's called The End of the World is Just the Beginning. It's about mapping the end of globalization and moving to a new consolidated period where you have the United States, Mexico, and Canada become a superpower. And you have other foreign countries all become superpowers because there's really there's a collapse straight up in global trade due to the demographic issues. So that's a pretty good book here. You can learn a lot. But yeah, he's got terrible takes on Bitcoin. Absolutely. I think it's because he works for the government, to be fair. But I don't know. Maybe he'll change his mind. We'll see. Either way, Let's go here. Let me see if we got questions in chat first. Japan won't move into a house that's not new or if somebody died in it. So they are a bunch of weirdos, so they can't kind of are doing that to themselves. Well, I wouldn't say that, Total Power. One, I've never been to Japan. I have a friend who's been to Japan many times. I'm going to go to Japan soon. I promise you. Japan's one of the most beautiful countries on the planet. It's not just about that. It's about culture. So this is my biggest issue is, like, I don't think, honestly, any congressman or congresswoman that is making decisions on a geopolitical scale, so outside of the United States, right, should be in office if they haven't traveled. Because I think it's very American to automatically assume how a culture is versus where it comes from. And based off religions and culture and history, China and all these different countries, Russia, everything, you might think their ways of living are terrible and against this world, but you have to realize that their culture has been like that since the beginning of time. Like, that's for generation after generation, that's their belief system. That's their religion. So you can't just go in and establish a new Christianity or a new, establish, give everybody Qurans or whatever it is and expect them to, just happily transition. That is their culture. That is they understand the authoritarian government. You're not going to replace China, right? So this is how they grow up living, and this is how they grow up, whether it's prospering or struggling. That is their culture. That is their religion. That is their lifestyle. So versus America, and you can actually just roll this over into culture and architecture. Europe and Japan and China, beautiful. America is one of the ugliest countries. The land's beautiful. Our architecture's ass. We used to have cool architecture in like the 1920s to like the 1940s when there was like no like OSHA and we had 100 people dying on skyscrapers because they didn't even wear harnesses. That was like when our like architectural advancements were actually looking good. When you go to like Munich and like all these cities and like go to Austria, go to, whatever, it's Budapest or Japan or Bali, go see these towns. There's beautiful culture and history that we just can't relate to in our own economy. And that matters. That actually really matters. And that's why when I get mad with a lot of people that talk on the Middle East and they have like no economic background. Like for me, I've talked about the Middle East a little bit, but I have no right to talk about Palestine because I don't know anything about like, I've researched Palestinian history now because I have friends and I've actually been on Twitter or TikTok spaces with people that have like PhDs in it. And I've really wanted to study it because I wanted to understand both sides from Israel and, of course, the people side, by the way. I wanted to understand the people side, not the government side, because the government side, the Zionists, they're just a terrible, terrible, terrible corporation, military-industrial complex, and it's completely messed up. But there's actually an underlying huge issue that is taking place there within the people. But you got to understand the history, not just. And I don't. When I say history, I don't mean Americans' history, where they go, well, since 1950 we established rights. Okay, well, what about the thousands of years of people living there generation after generation, right? That matters. And you have to have these conversations. But I digress. I can go on a rant and keep talking about this forever if I do that. So either way, they think they're crazy for how we live too. Exactly, Ethan. Exactly. And it takes a very strong character to understand both ends of that. It's like, with Donald Trump, people trash him. Oh, he's friends. He says he respects Putin. No, it's like you have to establish these relationships with these cultures because they're not going to change, right? They're not. And if you try to change it, that's what incites war. Look at what's happened under this current administration. We've had 4 wars established that I know of off the top of my head, just in this administration alone. You have Ukraine, Israel, South Sudan, and another African country as well, which I think was not Libya. Libya was Obama and Clinton, which nobody even talks about that. Obama and Clinton literally ruined Libya, ruined millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people alive in the most prosperous country of like the decade. But anyways, what else we got here? Open your borders and blah, 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 blah. We went way political here. Polytrade. Yes, sir. So Polytrade continues to solve cross-chain challenges for RWAs after Polygon Ethereum, Arbitrum, Plume Network, Kinto, Horizon, and Red Belly Network. A new chain is making its way to the new marketplace. Growth here, guys. RWAs are taking over. You guys know this. If you haven't used RWA.xyz, go check it out. Of course, everything is just growing, and you have your favorite, your top performing assets here on the top 10 entities now on their website. With this, though, guys, I have a huge announcement to make, but I need a sip of water. So let's make sure you guys smash that like. Guys, we have like almost 500 people watching. Guys, just lightly tap that like button. Scroll out really quick, hit that like button, come right back in as I take a sip of water. Hit 1.61 Fibonacci extension. It never failed enough. If we do that, it's $160,000 Bitcoin. Look, I would love to see that happen, man. I'm just a conservative, and I just want everybody to be prepared. So when we're at $80,000, $90,000 and everybody's up now 2, 3, 4, 5x, I want them to take profits, you know? What? Japan is amazing, my guy. I can't wait to go. I really can't wait to go. But today, guys, I have a super exciting announcement because we have a new partner here at Discover Crypto, a partner that I once talked about way back in the last bull and actually made a ton of money off Constellation. This is Constellation DAG, okay? This is an amazing network that has been private for the longest time. They are now going public. I'm going to be talking about what that means in just a second. But Constellation DAG, it blows my mind. I watched Benjamin Jorgensen for years. I mean, I haven't watched him recently, but for years. This is a company that was partnered with the Department of Defense. They have government contracts, and they're developing all of their on-chain data for the governments. They're now partners with IBM, Simba, Forwarded. They have huge projects. They have a product line called Door where you can mine this and set this up and actually track, individuals at your retail companies and everything like that. You have 80,000 transactions per second, $1.3 billion staked in DAG. They have really cool state channels, really cool tech. It's another infrastructure play. Okay, it's another infrastructure play with a massive ecosystem, and their mainnet 2 is finally going live after like 4 years. It's been a minute. But I'm incredibly excited to partner with them. So Constellation DAG here, guys, is now excited to announce IBM as a partner of Metagraph Hackathon. So they have a huge hackathon coming up here with 100K in prizes. They're bringing a ton of community, a ton of development for the first time that I think I've seen in a very, very long time here. And they're going to be incentivizing growth on their public system now. This is a hypergraph. It's insanely fast. It's insanely cheap. It's insanely cost efficient. And they have some of the biggest partnerships in the entire industry. So I am actually pretty stoked to see this take place. If you guys haven't seen Constellation DAG, of course, yeah, what is it at right now? $91 million market cap. This thing went, I think, over $1 billion at one point. Let me see. Almost 1.25, down massively. I haven't talked about this since like 2021. It's been like 3 years at this point. Now, price is down. Guys, I have the alpha for you. They're starting to invest. They're starting to, market. They're starting to incentivize community. Maybe something you want to at least add to the watch list here. Again, they're a partner with us, and I'm excited to see what comes out of this hackathon. We'll be doing a lot more with them. You'll see them in Bitcoin Nashville with us. If you haven't seen Benjamin Jorgensen, this is one of those projects that, despite it, performing so, I mean, everything got wrecked in the bear market. Benjamin Jorgensen here, guys. I absolutely love these. I tuned into all of these, Jorgensen, DAG. They did their fireside chats. Let me go to DAG. Let me type that in if it pops up. There you go. Right here. Yeah. World CEO of Constellation 1 year ago. They did fireside chats like every single month and just would talk about all of their updates. And I really, really liked it. So I'm going to definitely keep this one up to date with you guys. We have some pretty cool announcements that will be rolling out with them. I think they want to do some really cool streams and really cool, maybe we'll get Ben on here. That would be just, I would be shocked, honestly. I mean, type 1 in chat if you're an OG, because I mean, seriously, we loved we made a lot of money off DAG in 2021. And not even just from a money perspective, though, just from the development. I'm very excited to see what they're building with their state channels and, of course, everything that's happening. I think they're a gasless system now and everything. Their economy is massive. So expect to see us, guys. If you visit us in Bitcoin Nashville, not only am I going to be trying to see Donald Trump, et cetera, we're going to have really cool guests like that with us at the overall event. So make sure you guys go check that out. And, of course, Constellation DAG, I'd follow them on Twitter right here, guys. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys if you want to give them a follow. Just give them a follow. See what they build. This Metagraph Hackathon is going to be massive, and I really, really, really am excited to see what they build out of it. All right, moving on here, we have the Coinbase Wallet. Meet the new Coinbase Wallet app. This is big. This is big for Duke holders. Duke, where are my Duke holders in chat? Let me know if you hold Duke. Shout out to Duke. Here you go. This is coming soon for Duke. We should Photoshop this for hype and just put Duke in here and be like, oh my God, Duke! You know what I'm saying? That'd be good for Twitter. So this is the new Coinbase wallet, guys. You're going to be able to have your MetaMask, everything all in one place. I'm excited for this. This is what their on-chain summer. I think Coinbase is just by far the best exchange out there, guys, minus CoinW, of course, our beautiful partners. But in terms of, you know, just the delivering that they're doing, they don't have an exchange. They also don't have Duke, guys. If you want Duke, make sure you guys go check out CoinW. But it's going to be really cool for us to trade on, right? Going to be useful for the Telegram and all that type of stuff. So if you guys haven't seen this already, make sure you guys do this. But go here. I'm going to give you guys the link right now. If you, I think you guys might be out of time. Okay, I'm gonna see right now. You guys might be out of time for the airdrop. Here you go. Let me put it in chat right here. Okay. Let me put it in chat for you guys in a second. Let me see where the time is. You might still have time. Okay. This ends like sometime in the next 2 hours or so. If you guys deposit $50 onto CoinW using this referral code, my referral code right here, guys, you're going to be qualified to earn up to $10,000, actually $30,500 in rewards. But I'm doing an airdrop for Duke, and we're doing $10,000 in giveaways on top of this. So there's going to be tons of giveaways happening with our partner over at CoinW. CoinW, guys, if you haven't checked out, it's a great platform, great website. It's got Ondo, it's got Stacks, it's got Chainlink, it's got all of my favorite projects, and any project you guys really want listed that we start watching, they're going to be working with me to bring on. They just partnered with one of, I think, Argentina's largest football team, and their new website is looking way cleaner. So I'm super stoked to be able to be a massive partner with them, guys. Go check that out. Past that, you can see that Duke was added to the OmniSwap website now. Used to be only on mobile. So shout out to Duke holders in chat, guys. We did just got added to the OmniSwap website, so every time they log in, they're going to see us. Of course, if you guys are using OmniPumped, I saw a new one launch today. Gary the Lizard's right here. That's so freaking funny. You know, this is an amazing platform with some awesome updates coming very, very soon. And of course, guys, Doge and meme coins, guys, I don't think are going anywhere. Okay, meme coins are all going to go zero. It's a zero-sum game. I had an amazing 3-hour live stream with guests today talking about meme coins and the future of them. And the reality is I think they're just getting started. So if you guys haven't checked out those platform guys and you want to trade safely, that's how you do so. Dogecoin did just break out here for you guys. But that's really all I got. That's really all I got. And if you're broke, guys, don't worry. Okay, you can deposit anything. If you have Ethereum, if you have crypto, you can put any $50 on the exchange to qualify for the airdrop there, and you'll be receiving free Duke tokens. Oh, yeah, baby. Free Duke tokens. Did Pop cancel his campaign today? Did Corn Pop? I don't know what that is. I heard Corn Pop was a bad dude. I don't know who Corn Pop is. No, the only guy right now, guys, which I'm going to actually, there's a lot of you, if you guys want to raid this would be freaking awesome. Here you go. I'm going to put it in chat right now, guys. Go give a like on this one. We're breaking down all the FUD out there. We're crushing the FUD out there, right? We have another guy that tried attacking us, that tried defending this coward the other day. You know, after we swept him, swept him up. We swept him up. Yeah, we got another anon trader here, guys. This guy's named Unknown Trader, who just promotes his little pump and dump group and, shills 75x leverage, 150x leverage. He's like, oh, 400% gain. Oh yeah, I mean, you're on 150x leverage. Like, what are you trading with here? Like, it's pretty careful. He also was calling for like a 28k. He's trying to call for like a 28k Bitcoin, but another anon, nobody that won't ever expose his name. And he just he shills his pump and dump group pretty much all day long here, each and every single day. So that is our newest battle, chat. That is the newest battle that we have to do. So if you guys want to go like and support that, you can go ahead and do so. All right. Anyways. Yeah, that's all I got. At my bottoms. Duke is on CoinW. Duke is on CoinW, guys. Yes. Duke is on CoinW. You make 100x on a pump on 20%. Yes. Yes. They're just mad, guys. I don't know. They're mad for, I don't know what it is, man. They're mad on success or something. We had literally one of the strongest, the biggest Twitter spaces ever with Crypto Network the other day. He's getting dragged through. I mean, dude, guys, we give away like tens of thousands of dollars. And these guys get mad that we have partnerships, but the reality is they're like shilling 100x leverage. Why? You don't want to know why they show 100x leverage? Because they want you to deposit $50 and they want to make money off the transaction fees and just watch you get liquidated and get addicted. So that's how they get you. And by the way, you can't even get into their private groups, their VIP groups, which I'm sure are just like them. I don't even know, dude. Like 100x is gambling. Like you can't come off your little mighty high horse. Okay, you're not a white knight. You're also a nobody. You won't even tell us who you are. So you're obviously hiding your face because you're scared for some reason, because you're probably doing something either borderline illegal or you just honestly you're just a coward. You're just a coward at that point. So Yeah, there's no reason to be anonymous on Twitter. There's just not. Like, if you're gonna be someone that is speaking in public, a public figure in the space, like being an Aeon's just like pussy behavior. That's all that is. Love the alpha, always a pleasure. Shout out to you guys, much love. Should have cooked Joe fight. Like, the problem is I can't fight any of these people. Well, one, he won't. This guy's Anon, and then the other one, like, guys, like, these people are talking trash on the exact corporations that would fund them to fight. Like, that's not how it works. Like, logically, they're not going to fund those people because those people are the ones like trashing on their companies. So it's like they're not going to raise any money. They're going to get no viewership. It's a waste of time. I have way better things to do in my life. There's just different circumstances, maybe, but yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I have to hop off here and get into a Twitter space. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter, guys. Go follow me on Twitter. Go take this link, guys. Go give it a like. Go get a like. You guys know what to do. Go follow me on Twitter right now, though. I am going live on Twitter here in 5 seconds. So literally, go do that. I'm going to be in a Twitter space. I'll see you guys here in literally 30 seconds on Twitter. Go follow Twitter, guys. See you in a moment.